Hey guys, welcome back to STRC. Got another review video, this time upgrade number 7 in the Traxxas Slash 2-wheel drive racer build series. And what we've got going on today is a little product I'm quite excited about. And you can see it right there. I've got a Team Associated slipper installed on my Traxxas Slash. So if you saw in the preview video, basically I put together a Team STRC top shaft, and that replaces a stock unit, and I basically mounted a Team Associated slipper. And there are a few different options for the Team Associated slipper, but you know, kind of nice, they actually all will fit onto your vehicle. So I think when the Team STRC top shaft was released, the B4 was probably the product that was out there at the time, and so you can obviously fit a B4 slipper onto your Traxxas Slash. And since that time, the Team Associated has actually released 2 more versions of their slipper. So they came out with the V2 version, which basically changed the hubs a little bit. So the hubs are pretty much identical, but then they are using a thicker spring here with a different washer here. And the same nut there on the end. And so what that actually did, the V2 slipper actually provides a little more spring tension, so you actually get a little more bite on the pads. And then after that, they came out with the VTS system, which basically is, you know, backwards compatible with the V2 slipper. And what they add was basically like this basket here, another basically disc in between these 2 pads, and then a third pad. So there's actually 1 pad on the inside, and then 2 pads here on the outside with this little basket, and then the slipper basically fits into those pads and goes through that little disc in between these 2. So basically what you have are 3 pads. You actually have, I think it's 4 pad surfaces, basically 2 on the side of each side of the disc, and then 1 on the opposite side on the inside pad. So basically have twice as many friction surfaces that are being applied via the single spring. So another nice thing about the Associated slipper, obviously I'm running the VTS one. I definitely would say go with the VTS one because you get a lot more bite, and basically for a really heavy kind of big vehicle like a short course truck, those extra pads I think actually help quite a bit. So that's really nice. The other thing you'll notice is it spins much more smoothly. You know, basically there's no wobble anymore. That's really, really nice. You get better gear mesh. It runs a little cooler. So that's another nice benefit of the Team Associated slipper. The stock Traxxas slipper, you know, I basically had to crank down the spring, you know, like 99% of the way there. I had just a tiny bit of spring, you know, tension left that I could back off on, but it was like almost completely compressed. Did actually introduce some torque on the stock spur gear and made it wobble a little bit. This one is much nicer, much cleaner, and fits quite a bit better. So in terms of performance, I do find that the slipper provides a little more smoothness, engages a little better. I obviously don't have to use as much spring tension, and you got a ton of bite. So you can definitely run more power, I think, with this slipper. It does seem to run a little bit cooler now. It's not wobbling as much. I actually stripped a spur gear with the stock one. You know, probably because of the wobble, I'm not really sure, but this one does seem to be spinning a lot more smoothly and quieter. So overall, very happy with this modification. Any of the downsides? Well, it is a little bit expensive. You know, I think getting all the associated parts is going to cost a little bit. I'll put down the part numbers in the description. Actually, I already had a VTS slipper lying around, so all I had to do was buy that $12 top shaft. You know, no real issues there. But for me, it was fairly inexpensive. I'm actually running an 87 tooth spur gear, so you probably want either a 90 tooth or an 87 tooth. I tried running like an 84, but I really could barely get a pinion to fit and mesh with that 84 tooth spur gear. So stick with 87 or 90 tooth, I'd say. Unless you're doing maybe speed runs or something. I don't know, maybe if you're running like a huge pinion, you might be able to do that. But you know, I'm running basically an 18 tooth pinion with an 87 tooth spur gear. And then the last kind of annoying thing is that it does use a 440, or actually I think it's a 540 nut there. But you can see I'm basically running a non-metric nut. Kind of annoying, you know, I have to use my 1/4 inch driver basically to adjust it. So I've got a little Team Associated matching nut driver. But anyways, so I do have to use one non-metric tool to adjust on my particular Slash. So, but overall, you know, I'm very happy with the clutch. It runs way better than the stock one. I think if you use this, you're going to see much better basically clutch engagement, smoothness, and overall bite also. So my transmission is pretty much done. You know, I've got the ball differential in there. I've got the Team Associated slipper clutch. They're working awesome, really awesome and nice together. So those two together, I think are kind of the killer combination. So my transmission's pretty much done. You know, maybe I'll think about some other things, but I'm really happy with the transmission now. It's actually functioning like a transmission should. And yeah, that's pretty much my review of the Team Associated slipper clutch mounted on the STRC top shaft. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe as always. Throw down a comment or two if you would tell me what you think about this video, and look for more reviews soon. Oh, one quick last thing. Yes, the dust cover does actually fit over that. You know, there's definitely enough clearance there, so no issues with basically this thing sticking out or anything like that. So definitely works great. Anyways, thanks for watching, and take care, guys. Bye.